Before you buy a bunch of trays, watch this. I'll show you the setup that grows with your farm so you only have to invest once. And of course, I'll have the links below. On a small farm like mine, every tool has to pull double duty. I grow microgreens, seasonal vegetables for my local community, and flowers. And so these trays work for all of those. There's different sizes and they all work together. It's a sustainable one tray system that works together that saves me time and money. This setup started with growing just a few vegetables for my home garden, then a few more for my community, and then trays and trays of microgreens. But this is what really surprised me. The more I grew, the more I realized that these trays, all the different sizes, actually all work together. No matter what size of cell tray I want to use, they all fit in this foundation of this 10-20 tray. The foundation of the tray being the same size really makes it easy to organize my grow shelves. All my crops are different. Some, like flowers, take a long time and can be grown in smaller cell trays like this, while others grow pretty fast and need more room for deep root systems. And then there are those other sizes that fit the same 10-20 tray for those of us that like to start tomatoes in January. Another surprise, I also use this as a cover when seeds are germinating. Whether it's microgreens or tomatoes, it keeps moisture in and encourages stronger root development. As soon as things germinate, I just take it off and introduce it to the light. As my confidence grew in my home garden, so did my farm. Now we are succession growing all year long, even adding some cut flowers to the farm. We've increased our microgreen production and seasonal crops to help feed our local community, even delivering to some local restaurants. What started out as a wonderful hobby has become the small business I've always wanted. I've always been an avid gardener with a seed starting station in the middle of my living room like most of you. But now with the help of the high tunnel, season extension is possible. It allows me to grow year round. The amount of seed starting wasn't going to fit in the living room any longer, so we converted this storage room in the basement into a year-round seed starting microgreen room. What didn't change? My trays. I didn't have to buy new equipment each time I shifted gears. I just used what I already had in new ways. Since the trays I use are quality, they have stood up to years of growing. Right now, I'm starting lots of peppers and tomatoes, some herbs and flowers. We have some lettuce and ranunculus and sprouting broccoli in the hoop house right now. And once these are ready to go into the hoop house, those will probably all come out. So that's the succession growing that we've got going here. We use worm tea a lot on our little seedlings, and they love it. Grow room needs plenty of fresh air exchange and airflow. We have 2 fans going all the time, along with the dehumidifier. You don't want to invite those fungus gnats into your grow room. If I had to buy all these plants, it would really cut into the bottom line of my farm. I really love this system because there are so many different sizes and they all fit into the one same tray. This is the 3.3, and this would cost you $8 at any garden center. And this actually holds 18 in this one tray. So you could carry this around very conveniently around your farm. This one, if you wanted to have the smaller pots and grow more in one tray, this is 32. And these are the 2.5-inch pots. Now that you've seen how I start my seeds, let me show you where they're headed. I've got a lot going on in the high tunnel this season, from early greens to flowers and wrapping up some of the early spring crops like broccoli. It all ties back to having a system that helps me stay flexible and keep things moving. In the high tunnel, it's all about balance, maximizing space while managing pest pressure. I interplant onions and marigolds. I add in high-value crops like buzz buttons and edible flowers and use every inch wisely. My goal for this season is I would like to start succession planting tomatoes. This year, we're going to start a second round in June to revive the high tunnel to increase our production. We're also going to try grafting tomatoes. We're going to find out which variety holds up best. Early in the season, I'll fill beds with crops like Swiss chard and celery and lettuce, knowing I'll rotate them out when it's time to protect high-value tomatoes. Some crops stay outside under the low tunnel, like beets and zucchini. I use these trays everywhere, seeds starting in the grow room, growing microgreens for orders, and planting out in the tunnel and the field. Same trays, different job. We actually started a brand new area of the farm, and we're gonna grow professional, pro-cut orange sunflowers this year. I'm super excited about this. These are in the air pruning 72 trays. I even use these small 10 by 10 shallow trays so that I can give smaller versions of my microgreens to chefs. We deliver half trays of spicy salad to our local restaurants. Having a tray system that works for everything helps me stay streamlined. I'm not wasting money on gear that only fits one part of the farm. And if my plan shifts, I know the trays will still work for whatever I grow next. Like and subscribe if you want to follow along for more growing tips. And if you want to watch a video about how we grow amaranth, just click here. Thanks for watching. Happy growing.